Hello people, and welcome to It's a Tree. We have some really exciting guests for you this evening. A fabulous spruce back from a tour of Holland. 3 gum trees making their first appearance in this country. Scots pine and the conifers. And an elm tree bowl. There you go. Can't be bad. An exciting new American plank. A rainforest, and a bucket of sawdust giving their views on teenage violence, and an unusual guest for this program, a piece of laminated plastic. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. 1 week until the election. Thank God it's finally going to be over one way or another. Obama is leading in the polls, and if everything was afforded equal weight and polls were accurate and etc., then it would be his election to lose. However, the Republicans have an edge. They have a significant edge in electronic vote fraud. So that does give them a bit of an edge. However, Obama and ACORN have gone a little bit above and beyond the call of duty by getting people to register to vote as many as 50 and 60 times apiece. So they're thrown in with their own version of vote fraud on in this election as well. So it's hard to say which way the fraud is going to favor. But as of right now, it does look as though Obama has been knighted and is the new messiah for the new America. There is going to be a major economic summit that's going to take place after the election, while Bush is still in office, and he's going to preside over it. I believe it's going to be at this summit that a new direction is given for the economy in this country and worldwide. It may signal either a currency devaluation or a completely new currency, or total nationalization of the financial sector. Something profound and something very important is going to happen there, and it's going to be something that's going to be given to the next president, provided that there is actually a next president, because we can't still at this point rule out martial law, especially in light of the fact that police around the country are preparing for exceptional violence if Obama should lose the election. I think that regardless of who does win the election, I think there is going to be violence. I think there definitely will be violence. Doesn't matter who wins, Obama, McCain, doesn't matter. There's going to be violence. And I think the police are getting prepared for that, and this is just another indication of the advance towards a police state in this country, because chances are, if things do progress to a certain point, you're going to see armored vehicles and possibly even our brand new army, who's operating in the United States to help with civilian police actions, which is totally against the posse comitatus, but we've already discussed how that's gone down the fucking shitter. Okay. Of course, the economy is continuing to tank as the stock markets continue to fall. The banks and the brokerage houses are continuing to flail away at each other. This looks more and more to me every day like the Great Depression, where you have a virtual fire sale going on. This right now is a time where all of the also-rans and the less-thans are going to go belly up, and only the rich, only the super rich, only the super elite, only the biggest of the big boys are going to be able to take advantage of this by buying up and snapping up all of these properties at fire sale prices. We've seen that with National City just recently. So who is benefiting? But once again, the rich and the super elites, and anything that Congress and the President have done to address economic matters in this country have just gone to preserve the wealth of the super wealthy. I'd like to say that once again, for all of you fools who think that voting for Obama, or even you fools who think that voting for McCain is going to give us something new and wonderful and somehow save us from the mess that we're in, I just have one thing to say to you. Get a fucking clue! I cannot believe the stupidity of people. They cannot even grasp in their minuscule fucking brains. Nothing is going to change, you fucking morons. But by all means, continue to slavishly support your candidates and think somehow in your fantasy land mind that things are going to be different. So, in light of all of this, what is there to do? One must act as though one still has a voice. I think that come election time, 1 week from now, perhaps everyone should think about some civil disobedience. Nothing violent, because you do not want to be tased to death, beaten to death, or shot to death by our militarized police. But civil disobedience is definitely called for at this time. Some of the other things that you can do that I've talked about before, and that is to be prepared for the worst, but don't act as though the sky is going to fall on your fucking head. Be rational, be reasonable, take precautions. If you have weapons, if you have a gun, make sure you have ammunition for it. If you don't have a gun, make sure you have a couple of good knives to protect yourself. Make sure you have at least a couple days worth of food and water. I also recommend to people that if you're in an inner city area or a urban setting, that you have a go bag, and that would be something that can hold 2 or 3 days worth of clothes, some food, weapons, and other essentials that you'll want to have, and have that by your door in case you need to get out of there very quickly. If you have a place to go, fine. If you don't, just get out into the country somewhere where you're away from people, if that becomes necessary. I'm just saying to be prepared. So, for all of you morons out there who still think that Obama is going to be your fucking savior, I can't wait. If he becomes president, I can't wait to run into some of you fucking idiots after the fact and rub your fucking face in the stupid idiocy of what you were thinking right now. And the same goes for McCain. If he becomes president, I want to, in 1 year from now, take all of you fucking McCain supporters and poke you all in the eye so many times that you have to listen to me when I tell you what a fucking idiot you were for voting this guy in. Thank you.